Hi guys, it's Jeb here again from Adelaide RV, and we've come out to the dealership to run you through two very common things that we get asked all the time here at Adelaide RV, and that is, do I go the DO35 coupling or do I go the 50mm ball coupling on the front of the caravan? So I've come out here, I'm going to show you both examples, features, benefits of both the units, and hopefully that helps you decide which way to go on your new caravan. Okay guys, so I'm down here in front of the 50mm ball coupling. This coupling is manufactured by Alco International, a really well-known company worldwide. We run these as a standard on our Supreme Classic Tourer and Leader Gold LE range, also in our executive range, but we do go to the DO35 as the standard once we jump into our full off-road Supreme Territory ranges. But here we have the 50mm ball coupling. Now this is what most people would be familiar with if you've towed boat trailers, normal box trailers, horse floats, anything of the like. Most trailers or towable items are standard with a 50mm ball coupling. Now, beauties of the 50mm ball coupling is that most cars have got a tow ball on the back of them. So if you need to pull your caravan with anyone else's vehicle or quickly move it out the road, it's going to be much more easier to do so with the 50mm ball coupling, as that is a very common item to have a tow ball on the back of most of your Australian utes. But I'm just going to run you through this 50mm ball coupling. So this is our handle, our grab handle on the top of it here, and we have our safety clip over to the side. So basically when we're hitching on, we're going to literally pull up and come back down like so. We do have an adjuster nut on the top, okay, which can adjust down and take any movement out of the ball. And for our handbrake assembly, what we're doing is we're simply pulling back on this red lever and we're locking that in place like so. So again, very convenient way for a tow hitch to be set up, and found on a lot of caravans manufactured across Australia, and of course at our range here with Supreme and Leader caravans, is the 50mm ball coupling. Disadvantages to the 50mm ball coupling is there is always going to be a little bit of play here inside of this actual head. So you may or may not have been in the past where you've had to jump on the brakes really quickly, and you'll really feel that kind of shunt of the caravan kind of shunting on the tow ball. And that is because there is a bit of slop and a bit of movement inside of here. When we jump over to the DO35, you'll see we eliminate that, and it is fully articulated in that coupling. Also, this is very rigid, okay, meaning there is no movement. It is a fixed coupling, and it will be stationary in one place. So if there any movement that actually does happen between the caravan and the car and the combination, it's kind of fighting and working against one another. So for off-road travel, we do always recommend the DO35, but for basic bitumen, blacktop travel, and the odd, national park and things like that, the 50mm coupling is a great option. But let's jump over to the DO35 now, and we'll point out the differences of that. Okay, so I'm down here now with the DO35, and I must say I am a little bit biased, but this is by far my pick of the two tow couplings here that we offer with Supreme and Leader caravans, and I'm going to run you through why. So the DO35 has a fully rotational head, okay, so it will rotate the entire way around. It also goes obviously up and down that way as well. Now it doesn't take your conventional 50mm ball, it takes a special pin which actually comes with the kit, with the coupling. The handbrake configuration is much more like a handbrake inside of your vehicle. Okay, so it is something that you can do with one hand. You will see on the other one I needed two hands to be able to operate the handbrake. We simply, one hand, very similar to your vehicle, we're going to pull back, press in on that button, and then we can release away. And then when we're putting the handbrake on, we're coming up like so. So DO35, it is standard across all of our off-road range of caravans, and it is an optional extra to upgrade on our standard range in our Classic Tourer and Executive range, but something that I definitely do recommend, guys. We have a nice little travel cap there which can go on the top. Now when we actually wind the jockey wheel down and we lower onto the pin, there is a little red toggle here at the front that we press, but that locks in on the pin. Now, as I was saying on the 50mm coupling about that shunt and that little bit of movement inside of the head of the coupling, you're not going to get that with the pin. It's a very snug fit, so it's very smooth, and it will follow exactly where the car goes. So as we're creating different angles between the caravan and the car, the coupling is going to follow and not put any additional stress on the ball. Now, one thing to remember, a downfall is the fact that you can't just hook on to anyone's vehicle with your caravan and pull it out the road or move it, it has a specific pin. So when you do want to move it, you have to physically unbolt your tow ball from the back of a conventional ute and then bolt on this DO35 pin. But what it is an advantage to that is the fact that it makes it very, very hard for someone just to come along and, you know, hook onto your caravan at a caravan park and duck off if you don't have any lock on the front, because most people are just going to have that 50mm ball. But definitely one of my favourite features when it comes to tow couplings. Also for safety as well, guys. I've had, you know, seen some horror stories where cars and caravans are out on the road and they're cruising at 90 k's an hour and something tragic goes wrong and the caravan ends up flipping. And again, we don't like talking about the stories, but it is real and it does happen. What can happen with a 50mm ball is, because it is so rigid, as I was explaining, when the caravan actually tips, you know, if that was to happen, it's going to pull the car with it. Okay, so you're going to be in the driver's seat of your car, caravan tips, you're going to have the force of the caravan also pull your car over, and your combination has the risk of rolling. With a DO35 coupling, if something untoward was to happen with the caravan would tilt, okay, but because of this tow hitch, the force isn't going to pull over your car, so your car will remain upright and your car will remain on all 4 tyres, and the coupling will rotate, allowing that van to obviously fall over and ensure that you don't become damaged on the inside. So very, very important safety feature on that aspect of it as well. But if you have any other questions on the DO35 versus 50mm ball coupling, come and give me a yell. Off the top of my head, it's about a $600 upgrade thereabouts, don't quote me on that, but reach out to one of your sales consultants or the team here at Adelaide RV, and we'd love to show you through additional options that we do have with our range of caravans here as well.